My name is Amanda Held, and my mission is to inspire, strengthen, and empower people.
And that is exactly what Amanda has dedicated her life to, helping those men and women in the military who put their lives on the line every day so that we may enjoy our freedoms. But oftentimes, getting back to a normal life is much harder than one might expect. That's where Amanda Held comes in, a woman who knows a thing or two about the military and how hard it is to return to a life they fought to protect.
I loved the military from the beginning. I grew up with not a ton of structure, and as someone who struggles with attention deficit, it just gave me that foundation that I felt like I had been lacking in high school. You know, I struggled in school. I always felt like I was stupid because I couldn't pay attention. And what I realized is that I just didn't have a mission. And so the pride and the mission and the accountability and the structure of the military, it saved my life. I would not be who I am today if I wouldn't have joined right out of high school. And I've had a great career. I mean, it's not always easy, but it's so rewarding, and the friendships and just everything about it has been truly amazing.
While in the Air Force, something amazing happened to Amanda that can only be described as destiny.
The facility manager at the Air Force Academy basically talked me into getting this wild horse, because what young girls dream isn't to tame a wild horse. It just sounded like the coolest thing ever. So I visited a rescue in Falcon, Colorado, and they had 50 babies that they had just rounded up through the Bureau of Land Management. And so I went into the corral, and all the horses ran and shuddered in the corner, except one horse. And she didn't run from me. And we just had this stare down. And when I turned to walk back in the barn, she followed. So I always joke and say that she picked me. What I noticed at the time, even though I couldn't explain it, is I felt like as I gained control over this wild horse, I started gaining control over my emotions. And I noticed that my confidence went up, my communication skills improved, and my whole life overall just started getting better. And I didn't really know why, but this bond with my horse is what pulled me through some of the darkest times in my life. And when I moved back to Ohio, I brought her with me.
Amanda became a trainer, noticing each day that the horses were healing other people's lives. Then she learned there was an official certification for what she was witnessing.
I was like, oh my gosh, this is my destiny. Like, this is what happened to me. This is what's going on with my clients. And now there's a certification. And so I was immediately certified in 2009, and I started practicing right away. And it was nice to have that piece of the puzzle, because I had always known the horses were helping people, but I didn't know the science behind it. And now I actually have a process that I can use. And that was really powerful for me and for the people that I was working with.
When did you decide to move from general horse and women relationship to focus more on the military?
In 2009, after I got certified, I was also working full-time at the base in Toledo. And I was noticing some voids in communication. I was noticing some people coming back from deployment that were really struggling. So I saw the need firsthand. And I know how much the horse helped me and all the other clients I was working with. So I decided to give it a try for the veterans. And my very first client was an incredible experience. I'll never forget it. But he came out, and we actually tricked him to get in the arena. I was friends with his mom, and we got him out in the arena. And you know, he didn't want to talk. He didn't want to tell me anything about what was going on, and it didn't matter. All I did was have him go through the exercises. And he came out 3 different times, and we never spoke about anything that he was going through, and he just simply did the exercises with the horses. And then he didn't come back after 3 times, and I had actually thought at that time that it didn't work. And I thought, well, maybe this doesn't work. And so a couple of months later, I told his mom, like, I don't think I'm gonna work with veterans anymore because I don't know if this really worked. Well, he caught wind of what I said, and he came to his mother and he said, you need to tell her she can never stop. This saved my life. It's the only thing that's ever worked for me. Please don't let her ever stop.
Oh, I just got chills.
Amanda founded her program, Healing of Our Veterans Equine Services, which heals our heroes in a very unique way.
There's two parts to my program, and actually there's no other program like this in the world. So what makes my program different from other equine therapy programs is that I have a specific training, and right now I'm one of only 10 people globally trained in what's called the H.O.O.V.E.S method, and that is a stress and trauma coaching method created by Dr. Nima Ramani from Vancouver, Canada. And so I take a very unique trauma and stress process, and I partner that with my equine assisted learning and equine assisted psychotherapy program. And I feel like it's really boosted results. It has helped people heal quicker, and it's also, I feel, created sustainability in healing. Most of the people that come through this program maintain their results. I just met Amanda through our October 3-day retreat. Amanda and I connected right away, and she just participated in my 3-day workshop.
My name is Amanda Hargy. I was in the Air Force for 14 years. I was a personnelist when I was in. I was medically retired as an E6 and have been out since May of 2013. I have a very good friend who has been working with Amanda, I think, for about 3 years. Him and his wife suggested that I come out and spend some time with her.
What did you think when you first heard the suggestion?
No, I don't want to go. I don't want to talk about my stuff. I don't know these people. A lot of the programs for veterans are very male specific, and times before I've found myself in, which I've always been in large groups of males, which has not been intimidating, but in these situations where you're talking about vulnerable issues, being in a group of males that maybe might not understand made it very intimidating. So I didn't want to. I didn't want to talk. I didn't want to be around other people. I didn't want to do any of it. And my girlfriend and her husband pretty much didn't give me a choice. And so I did, and I'm so glad. I was very hesitant about Amanda. Just her knowledge and what she knew, what she was going to be able to do for me, but her personality and the woman that she is completely minimized that. I mean, she's just very on our level, very with us. Working with the horses is very natural. It put me in a mindset where it's like this is an animal. This is not someone that is out for something. This is not someone that has ulterior motives. This is not someone that is going to take my emotions and use them against me. And they mirror your emotions and your energy. So you really begin to see how you're acting without knowing how you're acting. Because I think when you become cold and shut off, you don't realize that you're that way all the time.
So you see your reflection in the horse.
Absolutely. It's transformational. It changed my life.
How has it made your life better?
I have a sense of peace. I have like this calmness inside that I haven't had in a lot of years.
She took to the work right away. She worked really hard. I feel like she made some dramatic transformations in just a couple of days, and now we're continuing to work together, so it's just been wonderful. What this program does is takes everything that's already in a person and shows them how to use it as a benefit instead of a drawback, and how to really listen to themselves and become their own mentor and become their own therapist or their own teacher. And I tell everyone when they show up, I am not your healer, but I'm going to teach you how to heal yourself. There are a lot of ways to support the organization. Every time you share something on social media, that's a great help. If you want to give more actively, we have a donation program for any budget. So even just $10 a month through our automatic PayPal donation helps keep us going. And our goal right now is to get 200 people signed up to donate $10 a month, and that will cover all of our monthly operating costs. If you'd like to give a little bit more, you can sponsor a horse or a veteran through the workshop, or for a lot of corporations, they'll sponsor the entire workshop.